Happy Sunday. First day of the work week. No, it's not the first day of the work week. Thursday is the first day of the work week. But first day of my new week. I am going to go into work on Wednesday for a couple of hours, not the whole shift, just to get familiar with the residents during med pass. And there's no nurse covering my old unit, so I don't know, help them out and do AM med pass, but I'm not staying the whole day. I have to be out of there by 12. I was sad yesterday, guys. It was kind of difficult. You know, I'm a tough person. I'm a strong person on the outside. I'm a Cancer. Anybody who knows Cancers, we're very emotional. And I am glad that certain people avoid me just because I don't have time for the bullshit. At work, I mean. You know, don't say that to Erica. Stay away from Erica. You know what I mean? I'm the only black supervisor, so maybe I labeled, you know, the angry black woman, but I'm really not. But I don't have a tolerance for the phoniness, and I don't have a tolerance for the bullshit. So I'm glad they didn't make a big deal about the transition, meaning trying to give me a party or something, because I would have been on the floor. They would have had to get a forklift to pick me up. Okay, because I've had a lot of good years. Many, many, many good years. I mean, I was in that position almost 12 years. A lot of laughs, a lot of highs, very little lows. I mean, very minimal. It's been the worst now, which kind of pushed me out the door. But you get comfortable. You're not happy, but you stay because it's comfortable. You understand what I'm saying? And nobody bothered me. Pretty much I had free reign to do whatever I wanted to do. You know what I mean? So it wasn't that kind of situation. But still, I just was, you know, you just, it just became a job. It didn't feel like a career goal, if I'm making sense. Nobody's in there. You're going to work and just constantly watching the clock to get the hell out of there. You dread going there. You know what I mean? Just the thought of it making you sick. And listen, we all have to work. I'm not rich. Okay? I'm not rich. We all have to work. So me not working is not happening anytime in the near future. But I think you should be happy with your job. And don't get me wrong, me stepping away from my position, I'm still at the same facility. It's still the same politics in play, if you know what I mean, if you work in healthcare, or any job that has a lot of politics going on. But and it's not going to be an easier job, okay? My job was primarily a desk job, paperwork job, but I hate that, to be honest with you. I hate paperwork. I hate paperwork. I hate deadlines. I hate meetings. So I'm returning to the more hands-on part of nursing, okay? So, you know, I still will have to deal with doctors. I still will have to deal with family members. But not at the level that I was. Not somebody emailing me on my days off and me having to respond. Not me having to work on my days off. Not me having to work extra if I don't choose to. I mean, anybody who's a nurse or even a CNA in healthcare, you know, sometimes you can get stuck if there's a call out or whatever. But you also can refuse, or you also can say no, or if they call you, it's just going to be different. You know, when you're off and you get that email that you have to respond to, it puts you back into work mode. And it just takes away from your time off. Your time off should be your time off. And I have been a staff nurse for many, many years where you punch the clock. You punch and you punch out. When you go home, you don't think about the place until maybe the night before that you're due back. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I'm going to be looking forward to. And I'll see where it takes me, whether I continue to stay there or if sometimes you have to break away slowly. You know, me, I am one for staying in situations longer than I should, and out of guilt and out of the sense of obligation. I'm not even going to lie. I mean, I shared with you guys a video, the AM Chat drama series, where I told you about the situation with my son and Chunk's mother. And, you know, somebody said, you know, anybody in their right mind, it's clearly you allow this behavior. And to a certain extent, I guess you can say I did. I'll share my role. My landlord did, because, you know, merciful, or out of the mercy for me, because that's my son and she didn't want to put him out on the street. You know, I have a history of staying in situations. I was in a marriage for 19 years that should have ended probably before year 5. You understand? With the narc, I should have been let him go, you know, the first time he ghosted me. But it's easy for people to look at somebody's situation and say what they should do. I really could care less. I mean, that's my son and I love him. I really could care less about him and his girlfriend drama. But I was more concerned about Chunk. You know, even girlfriends, oh, I wouldn't tolerate that. I would do this, I would do that. But all I could see is that little boy. That's all I could see. Where was he going to sleep? Even though she has places she can go. But her mom's house is not a good environment. You would not want your grandchild, your child, anybody's child in that environment. With her grandmother, I feel comfortable, okay? Because I know it's a clean environment. Her grandmother, you know, I feel comfortable there. But at her mom's house, I do not feel comfortable. You know, so that was my main priority. So all the disrespect and all the other things to me seem minute. I didn't even, her words, they don't even affect me. You understand what I'm saying? I just was concerned about him. But I had to reach this point now, and 3.5 years in, where enough is enough. I put Chunk in God's hands. I pray that he's safe. I pray that he's happy. I pray that he blocks out whatever is going on. And in the midst of their fights, you can tell he's blocked it out, because he's not crying. He doesn't seem afraid. He's playing with his toys in his own little world. But right now the priority is to get them out of this woman's house. Okay? Both of them, including my son, which well, my relationship hasn't been the same with him after he disrespected me a few months back, to be honest with you. He really shown his true colors. And as a parent, that's very hard to accept, especially when I've been the loving and helpful one, but I also have been the enabler. I don't know. I've shared with you guys just the fact to think that your child, even though you see it on TV, you hear stories about children taking advantage of their parents and, you know, doing things to their parents. And I just didn't expect that from him. You know what I mean? And for me to have to be the one to put him out because I vouched for him. And like I said, when they were on this floor, I had no problem with him paying his rent. When they lived in this apartment with me, money was not a problem. He was responsible. I don't know this kid now. I don't know this person. And it's very hurtful, and I can't go backwards. All I can do is go forward. And my priority this month is to get him out. He says he's leaving, but I'm going to have to go the legal route. for assurance. And I'm hoping and I'm praying that it's peaceful. You know what I mean? As peaceful as it can be. As peaceful as it can be. But it's easy for other people to say what you should do. You know, it was a little boy involved. It was my grandson. And grandparents' love is different from kids' love. With your kids, you know, it's easier, in my opinion, for me to cut the cord. Because he was out before Chunk was born. Both of my sons were. They weren't home. They both had to go because they both didn't know how to act. And they both were being disrespectful. And it was much less. But life is all about learning. You live, you learn. You know, I know for my older son that was out for 3 years. He came back a different person. What the goal is, when they go, don't take them back. That is the goal. So anyway, what I'm going to do today, I'm hoping to get into a Dollar Tree and start cleaning. I have to go look for me some comfortable shoes, sneakers, some Nikes, and I need some cardigan sweaters. So that is the goal today. Them crab legs, I don't know if you guys seen my posts. Let me tell you something. I stole City Island's recipe. I stole their recipe. They put breadcrumbs, like, you know, the end of the clusters. They stuffed them with breadcrumbs. I'm getting ready, babe. Just amazing. I don't know how you like to season your crabs. Some people like Old Bay. I don't like Old Bay. I do not like Old Bay. I make just salt, pepper, garlic powder, parsley, and paprika. And paprika lightly. Oh my God. And if you want to get fancy, you can cut up some fresh garlic cloves or whatever like that. And try at the end of the clusters where they have that meat. Stuff that with breadcrumbs. Italian breadcrumbs. Melt you like a half a stick of butter. Then add some breadcrumbs to it. Make that mixture and pack it. Whew. Child. I was tearing them crab legs up. Mr. Fuller. Mr. Fuller was looking at me like she's really busting it down. He was looking at me crazy. I couldn't even really enjoy them because he was all in my mouth, okay? I was just like, I wasn't paying attention to you when you was eating your salmon. So, I took the rest to work for lunch yesterday. Yes, I did. And in my office, I ate the rest of my crab legs. He was like all in my mouth. I don't know if he was jealous because he's allergic to shellfish and they looked and smelled good. I don't know what his problem was, but I had to stop eating my crab legs because I could not enjoy them without looking like a monster. Okay, it was nothing sexy about me eating those damn crab legs. You would think that I ain't ate in days. You would think that I didn't eat. That was my first meal. And I want to get me a nice, cute work wig. Like a nice, cute, sassy bob. I know. I know. gotta look for me some other concealer because this is very thick and difficult to blend. This is one of my Dollar Tree headscarves. I just have it pushed back. But this one has tassels underneath it. I didn't even know that. Not that it matters to me, but... not that it matters to me. I'm going to do a separate video because I have some, I ordered some new sunnies, some new sunglasses from Rainbow, okay? Because, you know, Rainbow, you got to move quick. And a lot of you like, and I love, you guys see me in them often, those big shades that I have with the rhinestones across the top. I love big face shades. So I placed my order, and Rainbows, I'll talk more about the video. You guys got me. I feel got. They're not as big as I would like them. They're not bad, but I have a big face. I don't think I look good in, you know, I think I look better in bigger, oversized shades. And that's how they have these labeled, but whatever. Before you know it, it's going to be spring. And I really haven't felt the time change. I think that's because in Punta Cana, we were an hour ahead. And I've only been back, what, a week? A full week I've been back. So I really didn't feel the time change, to be honest with you. Because they're an hour ahead of us. So maybe that was a good thing going. Because I hate the spring ahead, y'all. I hate the spring ahead. I really do not like the spring ahead. Sorry about the blur. So R. Kelly is free. I don't know who bailed him out, but he got friends with money. My friends wouldn't even be able to get me out of a $500 bail. So R. Kelly must have friends with money. Let me just, every time I do that, I don't realize till I watch the video that you guys can't see me. Not that I'm, again, I'm not a professional. Just trying to improve my perfect flaws. Yeah, so he's out. And one of the pictures I seen of him walking out the jail, he looked like he aged. I mean, he's already, you know, he's in his 50s, but he looked like he done aged about 5 years with this whole ordeal. You know, people have mixed feelings. I seen on my Facebook timeline that somebody posted a picture of one of the girls who said she never was backstage with R. Kelly, and they posted a picture of her with 2 young girls. I guess one of them was her daughter, and R. Kelly. You know, I think there's a lot of people to blame, not just, and I'm not taking away his responsibility, because he needs to be accountable for his actions, okay? The parents have their part if they knew, and if they were pushing their daughters off on him because they wanted them to be famous, okay? But also his staff. It just makes me mad when now everybody comes forward. While I have this time off from work, I'm going to watch, because I really didn't get a chance to, because it dropped while I was away, the Neverland thing. I seen clips of it. And I know the maid was saying that there was Vaseline everywhere. And that, you know, I guess saying that he was molesting those boys. But you worked for him then. This is my thing. You worked there then. Why didn't you quit and call the authorities? Everybody around R. Kelly, from his tour managers, the backup singers, you knew this was going on with him and Aaliyah and him and whoever. You know, he's hanging out at the local malls, catching girls, whatever like that. Same even thing about this guy, Michael Cohen, who's talking about Trump. Now Trump is a racist. Now Trump is this, he's that, he's done terrible things. But you were with him for how many years? Not too long ago, you said you'd take a bullet for the man. So how does that make you look now that you're coming forward now? How do you think that makes you look? I don't think that makes you look like a good person. There's a lot of people that had roles and they need to be held accountable. I'm sorry. That's just how I feel. I'm not excusing the accused. But you can't just come forward when the checks stop. You understand? As long as there was a check coming, you were all for it. That's my problem. That is my problem. You were all for it as long as there was a check coming. And now you want to say what happened. Because he no longer serves your needs or purpose. I don't like that kind of shit. Them kind of people, they have zero credibility to me. Zero. Zero credibility to me. So you just don't waste your time talking to me, because I'm looking at you side-eyed. I will be looking at you side-eyed for sure. But I need to get my life together, y'all. I need to get my house together. I need to get my life together. And think about what I'm going to do. Think about what I'm going to do. Oh. My birthday's coming up in July. And it's been my wish to wake up the morning of my birthday in the Caribbean. I know. Excuse me, I'm a fool. But that's what I want. So this morning I've been looking at trips. Like I have nothing else better to do. Like I have nothing else better to do. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter. Not doing anything else besides some lashes. It's rainy out. Sounded like at one point it was sleet. Sleeting like 4 o'clock in the morning. You know what? Mr. Fuller was binge watching last night, and I woke up last night. The Making of a Murderer, but the second one, where they were trying to get his nephew Alf and him off, and what they uncovered was crazy. I don't believe he did it, to be honest with you. And the evidence is pointing like he didn't do it. But it's like they want him to be guilty, or they don't want to admit they're wrong. But it's really just depressing to watch. And it's sad to know that there are many cases that the real killer is still out there and somebody can be wrongfully accused. Talk about evidence tampering and all this other crap. So much corruption. Oh, look, a dark spot over there. See the lighting? Oh, I don't give a damn. Yep, they want this man to pay and be in jail. That they are just what they planted. And his nephew is developmentally delayed. And they had him say that he slashed the girl's throat and something else, and turn to find out that's not even how she died. I think she died of a gunshot wound. It's horrible that he's sentenced to life. He can't be released, and he's been in there since, I don't know, 16 years old. He won't be able to be released until he's in his early 50s. And I guess he still would have to go before the board to get approval to get released. And the messed up thing about it is the Supreme Court overturned the judge's decision, but somehow or another, the prosecution filed a motion that he's a danger to others and whatever. It didn't help him. He done been to the highest of highest courts, and nothing so far has helped him. And then I fell asleep. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. I need some new lip glosses or something. My lips really got burnt on vacation. Now I see they have something that you could put on your lips. My lips are black. They have something you could put on your lips to protect you from the sun. And they probably always had it. And I just... that Dominican sun was just everything. And it's like I felt myself cooking. I felt my skin cooking, but I didn't care. I just sat there, just on the edge of the pool. The pool had that sun deck. I just was sitting there, just watching people walk by. It was so relaxing, so relaxing. And I ended up with burnt lips, a burnt triangle on my forehead. My nose is burnt. My shoulder, I don't know if you can see it, it's starting to peel. Burnt. And I had sunscreen. I didn't put none on my face. I don't even think I put it on my chest area where I should have. I'm mostly worried about my arms. What a dummy, right? I love these lashes, but they are not conformed to the shape of your damn eye. They're very hard to get on because they're just not rounded to your eye. You really... Oh. Oh, God. I'm using this glue. I like it. It's only a little bit of it, of that CoverGirl glue that came with those Katy Perry lashes that I have. Because from packing, I can't find my glue. I got to go to the store. But if I see the CoverGirl in a large size, I definitely would buy it because I like it. I like it. I think that it gets tacky fast. I like that. Because that is the trick with putting these lashes on, is waiting for timing. Timing is everything. Mr. Fuller, I was telling him that you're watching the Making of a Murderer.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's really crazy and scary. If they want you to be guilty, they can make you seem guilty. It's horrible. And all these people that lie, like, how do you live with yourself knowing you're putting somebody behind bars? An innocent person behind bars. Listen, if he did it, let him rot in hell. But if he didn't do it, how do you go to sleep knowing you have your freedom, that you're taking somebody's youth? It's horrible. Horrible. Nobody cares, baby.
Nobody cares.
Well, they should, because that's horrible. I'm trying to, like, straighten it out a little bit, because this, like, the way it's shaped. I don't know whose eyes shaped that round. Yep, my little burnt lips. But I like it. It gets tacky fast. Tacky fast. Try to move back, y'all. Was gonna go get a fill-in, and this is a gel, not acrylic, and it hasn't even been a full 2 weeks, and already I need a maybe it's 2 weeks today. I think it's 2 weeks today, y'all. I need a fill-in, and I'm going to be trying that Wet n Wild's One Step Wonder Gel, so I will let you know. I will let you know how that is. Okay. Let's face the world. Can't hide in here all day. Dollar Tree sells this, you guys. But they don't have this flavor. When I went to ShopRite, they have the orange mango. And this is the sparkling water. Boom, boom, boom. Bomb.com. Only $1. Same thing as if I got it from Dollar Tree. But Dollar Tree only has the lemon and then the sparkling berry. That is delicious. But other than that, I'm going to get on up out of here. And I'm going to be doing the rainbow haul with the new sunglasses, okay? I'll talk to you later. It was much less offenses than the bullshit that I went through. If it was no chunk involved, trust me, he would have been out. He would have been out a long time ago.